Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 11. The Universal Form. The Sanskrit word Rupa means form. One of the biggest theological debates among great thinkers has gone on for centuries. The question over whether God is personal or impersonal. Some argue that accepting a personal form of God amounts to anthropomorphic projection of our qualities onto Him. Krishna, however, confirms in numerous passages of the Bhagavad Gita that He manifests in many ways, impersonally and personally. He also categorically states that the personal is the original form and the basis of the impersonal. This is further confirmed in this chapter after Krishna displays another of his innumerable forms known as the Vishwarupa, the universal form. The acronym is RUPA, R for request, U for universal form, P for prayers of Arjuna, A for armed form. R for request, verses 1 to 4. Arjuna requests to see the universal form. One may ask why he makes such a request, since he can see Krishna and is completely satisfied, as confirmed in the previous chapter. Clearly, Arjuna does not have any personal agenda in seeing the universal form, but he requests the vision for other reasons. Firstly, he wants to prove without doubt Krishna's position as the source of everything. And secondly, set a standard for anyone in the future who claims to be God to show similar opulence. Unfortunately, our modern world is nevertheless plagued with so-called incarnations and God-men claiming to be the latest saviors of society by dint of the fact that they have mustered up some popularity or mastered a few magic tricks. U for universal form, verses 5 to 14. Krishna grants Arjuna's request and shows his universal form. While God is the source of this universe, He is simultaneously the universe itself in the sense that He is present within His own creation. For example, in my writings, you can probably understand something about me. The effect, writings, tell us something about the cause, the author, and in that sense, the cause is present within the effect. Similarly, God is the source of the universe, but is simultaneously encompassing the universe. That is the universal form. It is not that God is the sum of the parts, but rather that everything is contained within God. In that fearful vision of the universal form, Arjuna could see all living beings, all material objects, and the entirety of past, present, and future. P for prayers of Arjuna, verses 15 to 45. Arjuna falteringly prays to the universal form, awed by the greatness of Krishna, and begs forgiveness for having previously treated him with familiarity and friendship. Most religious traditions do not go beyond this majestic understanding of God who is the creator, the all-knowing, and the infallible. It often leads to a fearful exchange with God, lacking intimacy, sweetness, and personal relationship. Having seen enough, Arjuna anxiously requests Krishna to once again reveal his two-armed form so that he can again relish the intimacy of that interaction. A for armed form, verses 46 to 55. Arjuna requests to see the Manusim Rupa, the human-like form of Krishna, around whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers, beautified with the moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with the flute and jeweled ornaments, and whose graceful threefold bending form attracts the minds of his devotees. Ancient Sanskrit texts describe Krishna as Raso Vaisa, the very embodiment of affectionate relationships, loving relish, and transcendental sweetness. God is a person who is full of color, character, and bliss. He knows how to have a good time and is much more interested in relishing the sweetness of pure love than the ritualistic worship of those who approach him in awe and reverence.